Shall we play a game?
What is the big deal about a talking dog when we have a bar full of aliens and vampires and time police? You'd think people would be used to this by now. Let's see.
Just checking to
I'm not
make sure you
interested.
don't slip out of consciousness from a concussion or something.
This wasn't Howard Beach. Although I think that Sergeant wouldn't have minded taking a swing at me, and I certainly wouldn't have minded biting back.
Alright, I'm gonna try to do what I wanted to do earlier with jiggling the lock with like my license, so I'm gonna actually try that. In the hope that the lock is a simple one, you slip your driver's license into the slit between the door and the jamb. You peer in to see that the stiff plastic laminate is indeed helping to push the triangular bolt back to the door. After a couple minutes of wrestling, you succeed in pushing the bolt back. You leave the license in its place and slowly turn the handle and pull the door open a crack. Ralph pads over and joins you as you peek out the door to see if anybody's around. They're not. You slip your hand outside the door and feel for a latch or a key. There isn't one, but there's a pair of buttons above and below the bolt on the narrow edge of the door. You switch their positions and disable the lock. Easy breezy. So, open? Having unlocked the door, it now opens as easy as you please. You step out into the room beyond the cell, and Ralph trots over and stands behind your legs. So now we're here. The cavernous interior of Mount Weather echoes with voices and footfalls of countless military and civilian personnel. What it must have cost to hollow out this mountain, you can't begin to guess. But the biggest question in your mind is, where do they all park? Okay. Now, let's see, what am I gonna do? Warehouse. I think I need to find Tina, Ralph's fiance, dog, girlfriend
Just checking.
thingy,
This was
which I'm sure won't be too hard to find. So, here's a phone. Dial. You pick up the phone.
There's a phone in the guardhouse outside, and they have controls for the front door there.
We have work to do first. We haven't found the other dog yet.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry.
Oops. Alright. I shall find. This is the door we came from. There's doors here. You nonchalantly stroll over to the gate, bend down, and look around to see if you're attracted any attention. You haven't, so you slowly lift the metal gate, but it's locked. That's just as well. You wouldn't want to inadvertently see any government secrets and thereby pose a threat to the free world. This looks shady. Let's go over here. Oh. Now what am I doing? I'm in tarp. Nice view, though. Nice shoes. Let's get out of here. I need to find the dog. Dog? In here? Nope. Elevator. This elevator is keyed. You don't have the right of the key to call it, but since you don't really want to come face to face with other humans here if you can prevent it, you really don't give a rat's ass whether you make it up this elevator or not. Ralph dogs your heels complacently, attempting to look docile but reluctant. No point. Here's a door. We can sniff the door. Oh.
Can you tell whether or not there are people behind that
I
door?
can
You know,
tell Ralph
smell
to
it and
sniff.
see
That's
what you
kinda
get.
cool.
Yes, I could. But you know, Jake, maybe this is the time to put your training to the test.
But this isn't like truffle hunting. Truffles smell horrible. I don't have the olfactory sensitivity you do. I can try, but...
There's no try, only do. Trust your instincts, Jake.
Use the
Let
force.
go.
Okay, Ben.
You kneel down and pretend to be petting Ralph as you sniff around near the bottom of the door.
I don't know.
Close your eyes.
Yeasty.
Mm-hmm.
Sour. Sweaty.
Very good.
I'd say there's a room with people in it. Men.
And?
Beer.
Close.
Non-alcoholic beer.
And?
You sniff harder and detect a greasy note.
Cheese fries.
Very good, Jake.
Thank you. Believe me, it's luck.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Save. Now, okay. I guess we don't want to go through that one because there's people there. But here's a small door here. You rap on the door, momentarily imagining... Oh, stock answer. Open. You walk to the little door, trying to be purposeful, matching the slightly brisk pace to which everyone else is moving. You arrive without incident and try the door. It's sealed as tightly. Is sealed as tightly as if it were a part of the wall itself. I can't open it. Ralph whines and scratches behind his ear. I'm trying my best, dude. Maybe I can use my license again. No, this one's electronically closed. Okay. There's got to be another door that I missed somewhere. So is this a door? Here's a door. Open. Nope. Here's another door.
How about sniffing this one?
How about it?
You're gonna make me do all of these?
Why not? I won't let you make any big mistakes.
You crouch and pretend to take a stone out of your shoe. As you do, you sniff at the aroma wafting from under the door. You close your eyes.
Ozone.
Ralph waits for more.
Oil?
What kind?
10W30.
Good. And?
It's sharp, I don't know.
It envelops you and guides you.
Acetylene?
Very, very good. Are there people in there?
You press your ear to the door.
Cheating.
You sniff instead.
Yes, there are people. At least there's a woman in there.
And she's wearing?
You take one more good drag.
Stetson for women.
Be
Ew.
proud, Jake. Be very proud.
I wear coconut perfume. Is this a door? Sniff. You begin to sniff at the cell door, then you remember that had anyone gone in here, there'd be alarm raised. Here's another door. Whoops. Sniff. You begin to sniff the door when Ralph goes into action. He stands up, his hands against the door, and he starts to push the handle with his nose. You immediately catch up with him to grab the handle.
Is it safe?
Ralph mutters something you can't quite hear and starts to scratch quickly at the door. Realizing that he's attracting attention, you turn the handle and he bolts into the room beyond. You stick your head inside the room and quickly scan for humans. You see none. The room's lights are at half brightness, and it's obviously a laboratory of some kind. You're struck by a strong animal scent and another one, a powerful antiseptic, and the combination is sickening. You can only imagine how overpowering it must be for Ralph. On the far side of the room are stacks of cages. Ralph is already skittered between the lab tables and is running down the stacks, bumping cages, his paws finding no friction on the smooth floor. Before you can reach him, he tries to come to a screeching halt, overshoots, paws clicking frantically, and runs back the other way until he stops in front of a large cage on the bottom row. Ralph settles to the floor and lowers his head between his paws, coming face to face with another dog. They sniff each other, Ralph wildly, twitching with excitement, and the other more tentatively. Ralph whines.
Yes, it's a very bad smell.
Aw, we found her, it's Tina. Ralph's body stiffens in shock at the sound of her voice.
Wait a minute.
Ralph stands up and sticks his nose through the cage. You reach down and open the cage door. Ralph steps back so that the other German Shepherd can come out. They sniff each other head to toe.
I know you.
But you don't remember me.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
You are Ralph.
Ralph whines again.
It's okay. It's been a long time. You are just a whelp.
Wait, Tina?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my dog.
I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
But you're speaking.
I'm sorry, excuse me, but I'd like an introduction.
Yeah,
Tina,
just ignore
this
me,
is
why
my
don't
friend,
you?
Jake Stonebender. Jake, this is my sister, Tina.
A
Oh,
pleasure.
it's his sister, not his wife. Ew. My bad, guys. It's his sister. The three of you walk out into the lab and into the atrium.
Now, don't act smart, okay? Just act like a couple of normal dogs. The less attention you draw to yourself, the better.
Agreed.
Alright, we need to get out of here. So let's see. We saved Tina. Now we need to leave. So I'm not really sure what we can do to leave. Okay, let's see. Now I've got two panting dogs with me. Here's a person here. And I kind of remember this part. I think what we're going to have to do is get him to open the gate for us. Well, let's drive the forklift. You step up and tell the driver you want to commandeer his forklift. He and the other workers in the area burst out laughing and regale you with comments like, "That's a good one, sir," and we'll just tell that to the other men, sir, and "We'll be happy to do whatever you need done, sir, if you'll just submit a work order 8G to triplicate the office supply till next Tuesday." In other words, we can't use the forklift.
That was good.
What are you going to do?
Going to try to get the guard outside to open the main door.
What did I tell you about trying?
There is no try, only do.
Good. Now escort us back to the scaffold first so we can be ready to run.
You take the dogs back to the scaffold. Okay, so now I've got these dogs waiting in the
You
scaffold
two
for
stay
me.
here. I'm going to go make the call. Be ready to bolt. I don't know how long the door will stay open. We've got a truck outside the fence at about 1 o'clock from here. Joe should be ready. There's a large
do
scaffold
this.
right on the other side of the door. When the door starts to open, if it opens outward, it's going to knock that scaffold right over. Hang back. Don't start to run till the scaffold falls down, okay? One more thing. There's a hole in the fence, but be careful. It's an electrified fence. It should be turned off, but just in case, pretend it's on.
Don't
I'll follow as
whiz
fast as
on
I can, but
the
if you don't see me and they're gaining on you,
fence.
don't wait. Take off.
Good luck, Jake.
Even if we don't make it out of here, it was worth it to see you again, Ralph. You've turned into a very handsome dog. I am glad Melian gave you the same gift he gave me.
Aww.
Hasta la vista, puppies.
It's okay, we'll be back. You pick up the phone and dial 512. Why we know that, I don't know. The guard asks you for the password. Okay, I'm going to admit it. I cheated for the password because I didn't understand the puzzle. Basically, when we were inside the office, it gave us a clue about phonetic words. The correct password is actually GMOUGN, which is supposed to be pronounced like moan. Why that has anything to do with anything, I don't know. That's why I had to cheat, and I'm not sorry I did it, because I don't like that puzzle. So there. Uh-oh. It's not correct. No! My cheating, it backfired. Let's see, did I spell it right? GMOUGN.
What the heck?
Oh, I probably
Are
spelled
you
it wrong.
spoofing me or what? That ain't the other part of the password. Now quit picking on me. I'm trying to guard.
The guard hangs up on you. Then you hang up on him, but it's not as satisfying in that order. Well, let this be a lesson to you, folks. Cheating does not always help you win the game, but I will save my game. Maybe I just have to type in moan. Let's see, moan. The guard tells you that's correct, but asks you for the other part of the password. I thought it was this.
Heck yeah, that's the one.
I guess I had to
What's
type
up?
in both of
This
them.
is Sergeant...
You glance at your name tag.
This is Sergeant Kirkland. We're conducting an ejac drill, and I need to test a couple of systems.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
Turn off your backup systems.
Through the receiver, you hear a snap as the guard toggles what he thinks is the backup system switch. But because of the switch you made earlier, he's actually unlocking the main door. To your right, there is a brief bass hum, and the lock turns off. Your stomach knots as you realize how close you are to having to run for your
Sir,
life.
backup systems are off now.
Good. Now try unlocking your panel and hit the main door button.
Sir, the door is currently unlocked. The main door button will open it and knock down the scaffold, sir.
Who exactly am I talking to?
Private Jensen, sir.
Jensen, huh? Private Jensen? Well, this is Sergeant Kirkland. Got that? How would you like to stay a private for the next 30 years?
Yes, sir. I mean, no,
We
sir.
do abuse your
Good.
fake
Then
powers,
do as I
Jake.
told you. Just be sure to toggle the main door lock on first. That'll prevent the door from opening.
You hear the click of another switch being thrown. In reality, the guard is merely turning up the backup systems, which aren't being used because the main systems are still apparently operating normally.
Lock on, sir. We're all set. Shall I try the main door button?
Adrenaline courses through your veins. Everything comes sharply into focus, and the air feels unusually
Yes,
bracing.
Private. Make it so.
You hear him unlock the panel. He seems to be working in slow motion.
Now.
You hear a soft click as the guard depresses the button. Nothing happens. Your heart leaps into your mouth.
Sir?
You have no idea what to say to him. Then, with a low rumble, the front doors begin to open outward. The guard on the phone gives a satisfying shriek. Pandemonium breaks out. The outside scaffold falls with a crash, and you pray the dogs listened and waited before running. You suddenly realize you're waiting around for nothing. You start with a fast walk, process to a jog, and then finally into an all-out run. Most people are milling around the entrance, not sure what to make of the door's unannounced opening or the fallen scaffold. You run through the crowd and keep running. Somebody behind you shouts at you. As you run, you tear off the hat and jacket and throw them over your shoulder.